Yes, very good morning. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here and welcome you to my YouTube channel. So can you get my voice and video clear? So can you able to access my video audio clear? I think some issues. So good morning to you all joining on this live session. Can you please let me know my voice is clear? Can you able to get my voice clear? Anyone who are on the live session, can you please let me know my voice and video clear? So, very good morning. So can you able to get my voice clear? Please let me update here. Can you get my voice is clear? I think some issues on my mic. Something happening. Just a wait. So very good morning. So can you get my voice clear? I think some issues on my mic right now. So do you get clear voice? Please update here. So voice is clear. Is it okay? Auto trends. Voice is clear, but I'm getting some issue. So you got a clear voice, but why? So hello friends, very good morning. So can you able to get my voice clear? And thank you for joining here. So good morning. Can you get my voice clear? So now I got my voice clear right now. So anyone who are on this live session initially to have some problem with the live. So, okay, it's now clear I think. So if anyone who are on the live session now, so please ping me here in the chat box. In almost 150 points down and 360 points in Bank Nifty down. Opening down today, so maybe again, but it is a gap down. So you need to wait for first 15 minutes compared to the previous day. It a gap down. So maybe the continuation should be also be possible. So we have to wait for that. Okay, that is very important because market started with negative. There is a chances for moving upside should be possible. Okay, recovery also be possible. So we have to wait. Okay, so anyone on the live session, please let me know my voice and video clear. Okay, some issues on the mic, so that's it. So overall market is around the negative Nifty, started with negative. So our scanner. So we have a lot of stock in a good side on a weekly basis, which triggers our entry point in like STFC, GNFC, Syngin. So we have to wait, and once we get a opportunity, then we can go for. Until we should wait for an opportunity, and if you get any good trade, so we can plan for it. But overall market is negative, but it was in gap down due to yesterday holiday. So we need to wait and whether it is going to be recover from this low. There is a chances for to fill up the gap also possible. So we have to wait and what's going to be happen. So we will check. Something is happening. So due to that one day gap, some gap down which is happening here right now. But initially it was showing a pre-open session huge negative. So we need to wait for this. Let us give you some opportunity on that. So let me go for M&M 1600. We need to take only 60 above. It is already triggered. We need to wait for that. Okay, so started with negative, maybe the chances for recovery should be possible, because if any time it is about a technical gap down, we started from a previous day low, so we need to wait for it. And intraday, so after 9:30 only we can focus, but if you are looking for, so before 9:30 lot of stock which triggers, so we need to ignore those stocks and we need to find out a fresh breakout, and it should be the quality and volumeable stocks. So let me wait up to 9:30, we will find out the opportunity, but initially first candle we started a negative, now it is showing you some positiveness in the market. Okay, so let me check, and overall Nifty is around 118. But by after opening, it was slightly recovering, but there is a huge gap from 20,100. Now it is 20,000, so almost 100-point gap. Maybe the recovery should be also possible. So let me wait for it. Narayanan, very good morning. Dinesh, M&M, what is happening on M&M? M&M 1600 on weekly positional, which triggers. Now it is 47. Okay, so our entry point is around 60. Now it is around 13 points lower from our entry point. You should wait. And this is what an intraday scanner. So where we find out an intraday trade opportunity from here. In this case, we need to wait for a 9:30, only a fresh breakout trades, which we can plan from this sheet. The overall market is negative. Okay, but even though there is a chances for recovery, because market started negative, but it was after that it is moving positive. So maybe first 15 minutes you should wait, and we'll be getting some opportunity. In this case, M&M Finance, Axis Bank, L&T Finance, and these are all the stocks which already opened positive, and it is a gap higher. M&M now 54. Sorry, 40. Yeah, M&M 1600. It's about a yesterday's trade, and if you are holding for a weekly, so now it is moving towards the 55. So 60 is our breakout entry. So maybe retracement also we can plan here, and that was an opportunity which we are planning on this one. Let me wait for this, how it is going to be generated. Now it is 56, 57. It started moving positive, but it was started lower by the gap down. So now it is on the cost price near about 60 is our weekly positional entry, right? So now 58.8. So now almost with the stock which came to the top, and almost M&M is 95%. So currently trading around 56. If you want to fresh again a breakout also, you can focus for a re-entry, and it is not a fresh breakout, it is about re-entry kind of thing. So 60.4 should be another opportunity. In Bajaj Auto, this one 5150. So currently 145. So that is also working better. 162.5 should be an entry point. Bajaj Auto 5150. That one we find out an intraday, and now it is, looks like 145. 162 above. So we can plan for that is what positional opportunity. So now M&M is nearing to the 58. If it is crossed to 60.4, so we can plan for this also. This Bajaj Auto is more than 162. That's a re-entry only. And M&M 1600, that is what a old entry. So 56, if you want to fresh breakout, that means re-entry opportunity only above. You can go for 60 above. So let me track this also, because it is already entered at stocks. And Titan also be there in the list. Power Grid, which also 194. Power Grid 194. that is 8 rupees. This is what a fresh breakout. It's not about a fresh breakout. 7.6 is the previous high, 7.8 is our entry point. So maybe this one was triggering our entry point by the first 15 minutes. So you need to just check this. It is triggering on our first 15 minutes. So better to wait. And intraday, so we can plan. So a lot of opportunities which we can get it from here and look at this M&M. So these are all triggered by before 9:30. So we need to wait for after 9:30 to get a trigger. It was 94 points down, but it was a gap down and it made a low around 2050. So from there it recovered. So let me see what is going to happen. Very good morning, Shyam. So after a long back, you are joining this live session. Thank you for joining this session. M&M Finance, it's moving fast. Polycab also we there in the list, LIC Housing Finance. But these are all the things which is triggers in the first 15 minutes. We need to find the stock which doesn't trigger that entry point before the first 15 minutes. I think the 8 rupee stock which I am showing you, this one is in the top. And look for NTPC. That is also came into this kind of 236 NTPC 236 call option. And what is the previous high? 7.5. Our entry point should be 7.7. That 7.7 which triggers. Okay, so we take at this entry point here, but it was triggered in the first 15 minutes. Mostly, if you are looking for a Nifty also, started with a gap down and finally increasing from the low. So mostly that can happen. So gap down, gap up. To avoid such a thing, so we are waiting for the first 15 minutes. Then we are going to focus for an opportunity. Okay. So let me try to find some opportunity in intraday too. But as a positional momentum is nearing and already it is an entry given. So now it is 54. If you want to retracement, you can focus. And one more thing, PFC 280, 17. But the large size is big. If you have high margin, then you can plan. Bajaj Auto will also re-entry. Bank of Baroda 11.3. It is a fresh breaker because it never breaks that level in previously. Okay, that we can wait for. So these are all the things which we are looking for an opportunity. But right now the time is 9:27. We should find out and fresh breakout. This is what on weekly basis, and we have added an intraday, so that will help us to find an intraday trade. Okay. Already we updated how to use that intraday trades and everything on our videos. So maybe you can use for that, and you can use our intraday sheet also. M&M 56, 57. Okay, so the entry point which you are looking for 60.4, correct? So currently 57. If you get that opportunity, so then you can go for. Maybe intraday. If you are planning for a weekly, so you can plan for a weekly. And M&M, Titan also be there. PFC 17.3. M&M Finance 14.6. As per our weekly trade opportunity, M&M Finance, which we can focus for 14.6 and above. That is a position. Currently it is trading 12 rupees. We need to find an NTPC which you are looking, and that was triggered in the first 15 minutes. Better to wait. Yes, 929. M&M. It's a re-entry. It's not a fresh breakout. So yesterday we are holding. Yesterday the entry is triggered, and then it's moving lower, and finally it recovered back. So that is the reason. So we are looking for. And Titan has to be about almost 103. That is the previous breakout. Bajaj Auto, which we are looking for a breakout, only above 162. That may be one more opportunity which we can focus in Bajaj Auto. Okay, these are all the weekly opportunity like Power Grid and NTPC also. NTPC now it is moving good, 236. That one we are looking, but it was started moving. But in the first 15 minutes candle, that triggered our entry. So now the second 15 minutes candle is started. So we can plan for a intraday opportunity too from our advanced option strategy along with our intraday scanner. We look at the lot of stock which triggers our entry point. So from this scanner, so look at the PFC, which you are going to see PFC 10.45 and 287.5. PFC 287.5. So we need to check. It is triggered 11 rupees. It made a high. So simply ignore. In the Manappuram is not a quite liquid. In IDFC 126 around 3.1 currently, which is trading now 3 rupees. So 126. Let me go for IDFC 126. Let me go for. So previous high is 3 rupees, not broken. And maybe we need to check whether it is quite liquid or not. That is also we need to check. And from that, we need to find. So OFSS is not a quite liquid. And these are all the stocks which is already triggered. So before taking a trade, so we need to find a fresh breakout. So look for a Bajaj Finance 115 118750. And the high is around 123. So initially that high is broken to the top. So that is one which we are not going to focus. And from there we need to find a fresh breakout. So NTPC 241. NTPC 241, that should be the call strike price. The high is around 6.05. Our breakout was 5.3. So that is also triggered because we are finding the entry too early. So many stock can be triggered. So from that list, we need to find some quality stocks. So we need to wait. And India Copper, it not be a liquid one. Still it is trading 17 and 17. And IDFC 3.1, 126, which you are looking. And that one is okay. So IDFC first bank 93 around 2.4. Let me go for IDFC first bank 93. I think 2.4 exactly at this level. So now it is triggered the entry. So that one is moving higher. It's about 93. So that may be a trigger. IDFC Gale 3.8. So these are all the pre-triggered. And if you wish to try on the top stocks, and you can use your own strategies to find out entry points. BEL is not giving you the opportunity. Weekly positional that entry get, and still it is lower from 1.5 rupees. You need to wait for that, and based on our option strategy, if you are go for, you can keep a stop. The M&M and the BEL that was triggered yesterday, and M&M is now reaching towards the top, and that BEL still on the same price, not moving yet. So this one looks good, and immediately it moved higher. So from 2.4 now 2.7, and M&M again a retracement around 60.4 that we can look for. We need to find a fresh and a new opportunity. So Sapno Power Grid and NTPC, and M&M is on the top, and Titan is slightly moving, and Bajaj Auto will be there, and PFC on the top. So from this list, we need to find a fresh breakout. IDFC also moving higher. And HDFC, AMC. So we need to find Zeal is not trading yet. Ramco, Cement, Bosch, Canfin. So these are all the not quite good. And look for a Bajaj Finance that is also triggered. Dalmia Bharat, L&T Finance Holding 4.2, 127. So L&T FS 127. And in the first candle, it's 4.45. So maybe a retracement we can plan. So that IDFC which I'm looking for, that was already moved higher. 2.4, now 40 paisa increased. In this one, and the same price, so previously 60 is our entry point. M&M Finance, that was moving higher. So in our weekly entry, M&M Finance is about 14 rupees, 14.6, but currently trading around 12. But an intraday, that was in the top stock. In Polycab also, it's moving higher, but it was already triggered. But if you are looking for a Polycab on our positional, so 5150 around 268, but currently it is 180. We need to wait only above to that level so we can focus. In Canara Bank weekly and intraday, so if you find any good quality stocks, it's not triggered our entry one. Bajaj Finance also be there, but it is triggers. In L&T, Sun TV, Shriram Finance, Manappuram not trading yet. Outside also Berger, Bharat Airtel, Dalmia, Bharat Muthoot, so mostly liquid stocks are shown here in the put side. Maybe Hindustan Unilever. Polycab is already moved higher from 132 to 180. So whether it is resisting or breaking out. So we need to wait and watch. But it goes higher than our breakout point, so we can look for that also. That IDFC and IDFC First Bank that working today, 2.75 have already moved higher. L&T also be there in the list, 2920. You can see that is already moved higher 48 in the first candle. So our entry point 44. It's currently priced, but it is rejected from the top. So better to wait whether it is going to be continued from the top level or not. Almost Nifty is trading around 115 and Bank Nifty is around 200. These are all the points which is down from previous close. The overall market is negative, but even though it has started recovering back, so whatever the low it fixed on the opening, it doesn't break until it doesn't break, so we can wait for. think that M&M which is crossing about to that 60.4 again. So 60 now, 59. So maybe the chances it can be going to move some quick up. So let me check. So based on our weekly, so intraday, so we don't get any quality liquid. And again, yesterday Tata Motor, which we are looking, and today also it came into the list. Tata Motor 640 call option 14.3. So let me go for Tata Motor 640 call option 14.4. Now only it is triggered. Yesterday also we are looking for an opportunity. Tata Motors, that was an opportunity in intraday 14.4 currently at this point. Yesterday we are looking for that 635. Now it is 640. The strike price for a opportunity in Tata Motor is 14.4. So maybe that one we are looking for an opportunity in intraday. So 14.4 should be a breakout. So let me check. This is the one opportunity which we are finding right now. So this is what an breakout. So okay, so this one is a now. So M&M again back to our entry point. So now those who are holding, so you are ending with the profit. I think this is a weekly trade. Something like IndusInd Bank also be there in the list. Tata Motor, IndusInd Bank 1460, 29.4, LNT 292045. So if you want a fresh breakout, you need to check here. And the quality and liquid stocks only we need to check. Okay, so if the stock having a good liquidity with volume, so don't want to go for all the stocks. Like a Godrej Properties, which came 1620. So let me go for a Godrej Properties 1620. You can see this is at a lower level now it has started moving. So is it right strike price? Godrej Properties, yeah, and 41, 42. So now it has triggered our entry point after this drop. So now it is looking positive. So let I'm going to check this strike price whether it is liquid or not. So Godrej Properties 1620 for 39 and 40. So volume is 30,000 contract. Lot size is 475. That looks good at the bottom. Okay. So maybe 41.8. So as an intraday opportunity, we can plan here around 42 level. This also we can check. Okay, now slightly that triggers again. Now it is 63. So yesterday some rejection from 70 level. So again now it is bounces back to 63. So now we can check that stock which is available in. Okay, so Titan momentum will be there almost 2% from our previous close. Now 4061. So Godrej Properties is the next one which we are looking for. We're looking for a Tata Motors also 640. So fresh breakout. So now that's 15.85. So after that entry, so we are looking this is on the top. So we need to find a fresh breakout now M&M power grid NTPC and then M&M. So now it is 60 M&M. So 63 it went and now it is 60. The overall market is down, so but most of the stocks is not moving lower. It was instead of that it is moving higher. So we need to find on a put side. So Coromandel it's not a quite liquid. Britannia, so the Bridger Paint Trend. So most of the stocks are liquid. So here MGL 27.61050 that is nearing. Coal India 8.6 280. So let me go for a Coal India 280. 8.6 that is triggered. It's a fresh breakout for India. Okay, so what is the lot says? 4,200. Coal India also be there in the list. So here it's rejected, and what is the entry point? 8.5 and 8.6 which is made, and now it is 8.2. This one also been in a new intraday opportunity which we are looking. So now the Nifty is 130. Still it is moving lower. So if you are looking for a put side, VDL 6 rupees and came into the top, and lot of stock which triggers before that time, and HDFC, Reliance, Apollo, IDFC First Bank that went higher, IDFC also went higher, which I'm looking for, it immediately moves up. This is again moving lower, so 58. That's not a fresh breakout, so we are focusing that as a re-entry. And those who are holding for this position, so that is coming to the top, and maybe the chances it can be possibility that move higher to our entry point. Power Grid now came back. Titan is the previous entry. Bajaj Auto is nearing. Axis Bank also became into the top, and M&M Finance, PFC. These are all the top opportunities. Input side, you can see Infosys, which is triggering, and Hindalco in something like BSOP. So remaining also for distance, and these are all the opportunity which is going to be nearby. This is about Infosys 1510 30 and Hindalco 17.8. Now it is 18 495. Then a put sides. So overall market also you should remember. So it is negative. If it is breaks that level, so even further chances for moving lower should be possible. In Tata Motors, so we are looking for that breakout 14.4. Now it is trading at the lower level. So Hindustan Copper is not an active one. So IAX, Chamber Fertilizer, BHL, all these three is not active. So because it's not traded yet. So that is why the still it is showing you 100. So you should ignore the stocks. So weekly, so NTPC, Power Grid, M&M on the top list. So this engine is the previous entry, and Hindalco, Apollo Hospital, maybe Apollo Hospital 5100. So I think it is the first 15 minutes 185. So that was triggered in the first 15 minutes. So better to wait and don't want to go for that one. And still Nifty is under pressure. which we are looking for a BEL. That was in yesterday's trade. 126. What is the strike price? 136. So still it is not active. So 5 rupees 4.9 is slightly moving lower. But this is not a valid entry because it is triggers on the first 15 minutes. So that is the reason we are telling you. If any stock which triggers our entry point on the first 15 minutes, simply ignore it. So most of the time that will be moving lower. That is the main concept which you are focusing for. Nifty is now trading 140 down. So will it is breaks the low, and if it is breaks even further, continuation in the downside will be possible. Or if it is breaks the high 20,049, it can be fill up the gap. So there is a two chances, and after that first 15 minutes gap down, so there is no change in Nifty. It was trading inside between the previous day. Sorry, inside between the first 15 minutes candle. So very good morning, Felix. Thank you for joining here. So overall, it looks like a flat move. Better to wait for an opportunity or wait for a trigger. So we will be getting some good opportunities. But not moving. Our market was trading in between the first 15 minutes range. So that will be better. We should wait. Overall market is gap down. In put side also you can look for, and only quality and liquid stocks. If it is scheme, so we can go for. Polycab reversed. Okay, so I have some conditions. If the stock doesn't meet that conditions, I don't want to focus those stocks. Because 15 most of the time, if the market started in the first 15 minutes, that would be reversed or range bound, something like Nifty. In the Polycab, what's happening? Polycab in the first 15 minutes huge, but if I don't want to go for, then I'm not going to focus this stock because it has not given me an entry opportunity where I'm exactly looking for. So we need to find a fresh breakout. That should be very important. Look at this Polycab which came into the lower, but exactly at our entry point, where we are looking for. But I don't want to go for because it is already moved in the first 15 minutes. So look for ICICI Bank 990 call, or maybe 990 ICICI Bank. So quick scalping. ICICI Bank 990. So look at this, in the first 15 minutes candle 15.7 is the high. Okay, so our entry point should be 15.2. That is also triggered in the first 15 minutes. Simply ignore. If you want, you can go above to that highest level. That would be a possible. Ramco Cement is not good liquid in our stock options. So we are planning here for finding a stock option trades, even which we are looking for a Coal India 236, I think. It was moving lower around 7.5, now it has bounced back. Okay, so it's like we need to find a fresh breakout. Okay, so Z Entertainment is not trading. Dalmia Bharat, Manappuram, Coal India. So look for a Coal India 8.5. So that already triggered. So now it is lower. Indian Hotel 415. So in Hotel 415. Yeah, you can see 11.9. So I need to focus for a breakout 13. So this is an opportunity which we can find out like this. If that one is breaks above 14, so should be a fresh breakout. Okay, so for an intraday. So let me add it. and we will track that. So like that only we can plan and we can find out the stocks from this list. So overall market is still negative. So we have to wait. What do you mean down? Breakdown? BOCK 15 minutes inside BPCL. So breakdown BPCL. No. What I'm focusing for, this is not a first 15 minutes breakdown. Maybe it is a gap down and it is continuous the downside. Okay, it is not a breakdown one inside out down. So it's a gap down and it is breaking the first 15 minutes range. Okay, so what I'm looking for, press breakout should be inside and out. That we are looking for, inside out candle. So any opportunities? Shriram Finance also moves. IDFC is 2.65, 3.4. Polycab 144, but it is not the right one. And Bajaj Finance we are looking for 118, but it is triggers. And Tata Motor still on the same price. That was an opportunity which we find out. Okay, so on weekly positional, so we are looking for some. So when NTPC also came down and Power Grid also came down because these two are which triggers in the first 15 minutes. So M&M and Axis Bank will in the top and maybe some of the stock which is going to be triggered, and we should wait for that trigger. Once the trigger is open, then we can go for it. Until unless we should wait, and remaining we can wait for. So what I'm exactly looking for inside out with our starting scanners. How do I find out that one with our scanner which you have already created? So simply today these are all the stocks for a positive breakout. So one is L&T and Pidilite. Let me go for Larsen and Toubro and look this. It is open inside and it closed outside. Okay, but it doesn't break the high, so we don't get an opportunity in L&T. The second one is about Pidilite. So Pidilite also not broken the first 15 minutes. Same like that, we need to find for a downside one. So that is also be possible. Downside also we can use. So these are SBI Life and Trent and Dalmia Bharat. Trent is the stock which is showing you can see there is a gap down, inside out down. So it broken the low and this is what a stop and it is moving lower up to 2022. Now it is slightly recovered. Okay. And another one is about Dalmia Bharat. Those one now it is moving as per our expected. The first inside out. It's a bigger one. So you need to check the change percentage. So less than 1% like that you can check. So this is what a less than 1% only. If you wish to take, and you can take. So M&M 61.8 again second time. We are holding for momentum. So that is another opportunity. 60.8. So only a quality and liquid. So not to focus all the stocks for an opportunity. So we need to find this one is a new breakout, and this is also a fresh breakout around 8.6, and it's given you opportunity 7.6. And Tata Motor that is slightly moving higher 14.85. And M&M again started moving higher. Bajaj Auto not given you an opportunity. So from this list we need to find. It's a monthly positional. And here any Hindustan Copper, OFSSG, these are all not liquid ones. Coal India 8.1 right now. ONGC 2.8 and Balakrishna Industries 50. GAIL 3.5 above. So in before taking an STFC AMC 71 2640. Let me check this. Yeah, you can see in the first candle is a 74 and currently 71. So the next candle is not moved and a huge candle. So huge candle we need to aware. So there is a reversal also be possible. Simply ignore it. In Bajaj Finance 118 we are looking for from the morning. So LIC, Polycap, no, ICICI Bank, Shriram Finance, IDFC First, that was in the top already. AIL 123, Sun TV. So mostly the market is down. So we are looking for a call side, and put side we can track. So put side also BHEL 2.8, not liquid one. So here Ramco Cement input side, but if it is liquid, you can go for JSW, Z Entertainment, Jindal. Look for AU Bank. Bajaj Auto 121. I think Axis Bank in the top now. 1020. That was moved, and the first 15 minutes candle itself it was a top 21, but it has crossed above our entry point in the first 15 minutes. But now it is performing such a good way. It's happening now. Market is still breaking the day low. Nifty is broken around 19,979, here 1976. And it is as a stop loss 20,050. So we can expect some further downside. That's the reason. So most of the stocks are moving lower right now. If it breaks the day low, that will give you some panic trigger. So most of the stocks will may trigger your lowest level of the day. So intraday, you just practice more about this intraday. So or you can try with the top stocks and you can take entry, quick exit also you can plan. But before that, you need to keep your strict stop loss for an intraday trade. Maybe a positional trade we are doing with a different way. An intraday trade, so you need to be very careful about the stop loss and targets. So better you can always try with the stop loss trades. So because it is a quick scalping kind of thing, so you can plan for STFC. So still it is moving and Reliance is moving in Apollo. So overall market downside put also you can check. but lot of stock which triggers. But if you want to fresh in Maruti, you can look for 10,500. That is a put strike price. Maruti 10,10500 put option. So you can see there is a huge rejection. I hope you understood. So how to use that in intraday. So again M&M. So normally we are planning. I'm just planning to do my positional trades. Look for this is what an intraday and weekly positional. We have some stocks like M&M and NTPC. NTPC and Power Grid both is moving lower. So Titan again it's bounced back. So recently you've seen 3240. So re-entry Titan 3240. That should be the re-entry 1112. So initially it's moving lower in the morning around 83 level, and then 103 it bounces back. So that is the opportunity in Titan. The large size of Titan should be around 375. So 103, and that is what a retracement or re-entry opportunities which we are looking for. So what are the stock which we are looking for on call side? It's not triggered, and put side persistence also be there here 5950. But liquidity you need to cross check with that. And Exide Industries, SBI Cards, Petronet. So these are all the newer opportunities. Once the breakout has happened, then you can go for this is what a weekly positioning. Okay. So like that intraday also, but intraday so a lot of stocks already triggered. So if you wish, you can try for a re-entry or opportunities in the top list of stocks also. STFC 1630, HDFC 1630 put side, because this was a huge gap up. Why? So if any stock which is moving with the huge gap up, so we should avoid that, because there is a chances for reversal should be highly possible. That is the main reason. So let us M&M around 60. So like that we need to find a newer opportunity from the sheet. And if that entry is triggered, then we can go for, or else you can take with the stocks which is in the top. So you can plan. So look for Axis Bank, M&M Finance, but M&M Finance not moving. But if the stock having a big gap, so simply ignore that. So the reversal, if it is reversed, and there should be a huge down should be possible. So that's the reason it's very important to understand. Balakrishna Industries, Bajaj Finance Steel, and the same, and Sun TV, Gale, RBL Bank. So 9.9. Look for the RBL Bank here, where it is. So 230 call option, 9.9 is near about 10 rupees. Currently it is trading 9.3. So RBL Bank 230 call option. So 10 rupees should be, I think it is already exactly reaching to the 10 rupee. Now it is lower. So if you plan for a retracement, that is also we can plan here. This is RBL Bank also. I hope this may be a live session which helping you to find some trade opportunities in intraday as well as the positional weekly and monthly. So you need to track. So the stock which is trading in the top, that is also be available in the top list, and you can apply your own strategies also on the top stocks. And based on our weekly positional, monthly positional, we are finding some trades. That is sort of positional one. And the Axis Bank is nearing 10.1030, 25 and above power grade. And this too already triggered and it moves spike and finally trading in the same cost like that. So better simply avoid a stock which is giving you the bigger movement in the first 15 minutes. That will avoid so bigger changes in the stocks. That's a trend reversal also be very quick. So you need to plan for that. Maybe some of the new opportunity which nearing. So there is a chances for triggering that level should be possible. And if you get, so you can plan for. You need to plan whether you are going to trade a positional and intraday that you should decide. So I hope this may be an useful session. We find some opportunities learning something. And thank you for joining this session. Thank you so much. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And if you have any questions and doubt also, thereafter you can just comment in the comment box. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this. No, sir, no Bank Nifty. So, but you can use some strategies on Bank Nifty and Nifty also, but not every time. So, only some extent we can utilize our strategies on Nifty and Bank Nifty. Okay. Uh, it's not a special strategy for Bank Nifty and Nifty. It is a purely for a stock option strategy. Okay. So, if you wish, you can attend the classes also. So, one-to-one and recording classes also available. So, if you wish, you can join. Thank you so much. And thanks for today's live session. Those who are watching on the live. And we'll meet you on tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with me. Thanks to all. I'm going to wind up this session now. And again, M and down. So now those are holding. So now it is on the price. Thank you.